Hey guys, Eric Asali here, and today let's talk about God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. I've been getting super into perfume lately, so I had to get it. Plus, it was the bottle that sucked me in. Looks like this. Stunning. Okay, let's get into the product details. So first things first, God is a Woman by Ariana Grande, and it is EDP. And for those of you that do not know, EDP is, I don't know, Eau de Parfum, and it is 3.4 fluid ounces, 100 mils. Let's see where this is made. Made in the US. The best fragrances are made in Italy or France, somewhere over there. It also has some interesting facts about like the materials that they use is sustainable, so if that's something you're interested in, that as well. And then let's see, yeah, you can recycle all this. So this is like was recycled material. Okay, so let's get into the packaging now. Well, actually the price. So the price for this, the 100 ml is $65. I bought this at Ulta, and I didn't know it did this, but the packaging comes off like that, which is, I thought it was like one piece. I was like, this is so beautiful. I thought this was styrofoam, but it is a hard plastic. Let me actually give you guys a little side video for you. That way you guys can see everything. I love doing these video things because I feel like it shows off so much of the actual package. So this is the box. It's so pretty. I always keep my fragrances in their, she's so pretty. I always keep the fragrances in their original box. Oh yeah, so this is what I'm at, but it was like clean, recycled, all that. And then this is the bottom information in case you have any questions. There's that. She's so pretty. So this is what the box looks like, and this is what the bottle looks like. It's like, do you see that? It's like, it like wiggles in there. I wish it was just one, or it was like super slim, like it fit perfectly, but it is not. So it's like some beige, and then it's got purple, and this is what the bottle looks like. It's cute, skinny. It says Miss Ariana Grande's name on there. Okay, so there is that. So we got all that. Let's see what else is there. Okay, so it's $65, and I bought it at Ulta. They also have different sizes. I will be doing a giveaway with this one for you guys. That way you guys can smell it for yourself, because blind buying is very dangerous. Let's see. Yeah, so the packaging is pretty. I wish it was the style. I wish it was like more like a foam, because that's what I thought it looked like online. In person, different. Let me actually show you a picture of these shoes that I thought it was. These are like the Yeezy foam runners, and I was like, oh, that looks cool, but totally different. In case you were thinking the same thing. It's only available at Ulta, so you can only purchase it on Ulta.com or in stores. I bought mine in stores. And let's go through the notes. Okay, so this is classified as a fruity musk, which I do agree with. Top notes is Ambrette Seed, Juicy Pear, and then for the middle is Orris, Turkish Rose petals, and then at the base, it's Madagascar vanilla and creamy cedarwood. Let's go through the notes. Ambrette Seed is essentially supposed to mimic musk. Musk is kind of like, it was originally from like a deer pheromone pouch that the deers had, but they stopped killing them for their pouches. So the Ambrette Seed kind of like was like a natural way without killing any animals. So that's good to hear. And it makes it like not super clean, kind of like a little dirtier, kind of like more of like a human smell. Like it helps combine your natural human smell with the perfume that you're wearing, which is why I love musk. It's one of my favorite ingredients. And Ambrette Seed is like a natural way of using it. And then next we have Juicy Pear. Pear is kind of interesting. I didn't really think I was into pear until I started smelling them and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, it kind of smells." Gives it like a little sweetness. This one you can smell. Let me show you guys the. I like to keep it in this thing. I know you can take it out, but let me spray the back of my hand. When you spray that, that's like straight juicy pear. It kind of smells like candy, honestly, a little bit. But that's obviously in the top note. And then after it starts to dry down a bit, it's weird because I smelled it at Ulta and it smelled really light. I almost didn't even buy it. But then I was like, oh, I want to own this because I love the packaging. And I wore it that day. And the longer it dried down, the like stronger it got, which is kind of interesting. You never normally see Ambrette Seed in the top note. It's usually in a base note. Kind of interesting. And then Orris is actually the iris flower, but the root of it, they usually extract it and then it's usually set out for months to dry. It's one of the most expensive perfume ingredients, which I want to smell a little rich, a little fancy. So, yeah. Orris usually goes powdery, so it kind of like gives almost like a dusty smell, almost like makeup, or sometimes it can go waxy, depending on how long the root has been like drying for. Like I heard the longer the root dries, the more powdery and dusty it smells, but if it's like fresh, it kind of smells like wet dirt, almost like earthy. So I would say this is more of like a fresh Orris root than an aged Orris root. And then we have Turkish Rose petals. I don't know if I smell that. I'm gonna have to keep checking in. But I can still smell the pear. And now we're heading to the base notes, which is Madagascar vanilla. I do smell the vanilla because when I was going throughout my day, when I like sprayed it, I would like turn around and then I would like get wafted with like vanilla, and I was like, where's that coming from? And then I remembered there's vanilla in this perfume. And then creamy cedarwood. I love cedarwood. For me, well, there's different kinds of strains of cedarwood, but I have this one. What is it? I have this essential oil of cedarwood, and it is. It doesn't say like which specific kind it is, but it almost has like a creamy. It's like if you removed the creaminess from a coconut, and then it's that creaminess. It kind of smells like Home Depot a little bit. The essential oil, not the perfume. But I think it's like a really good base to have because like the pear is like boom in your face. It's like the first thing you smell. I think of it as like layers. So first you're introduced with the pear, and then I want to say there's like a little bit of like, I don't know, just like those top notes are like strong in your face. But if you want something like fruity but like a little dirty, because I feel like this is more for like people in their 20s. Anyone in their 20s, I feel like would really appreciate this. You could also be in middle school to appreciate this, but I feel like people in middle school either want to smell like a douchebag or super sweet, like pure candy, or something super gourmand. Wow, that's weird. That juicy pear, I feel like just vanished. I feel like this is definitely more of like a skin scent, until it starts getting down to the base, and then I feel like you're radiating like a soft vanilla, but like mixed with something else. Vanilla can also go powdery sometimes. So I would say this is like it's like a dusty pear. A dusty pear fragrance. It's super juicy in the beginning. That might deceive you. I would put it on your skin because it might dry to something a little different. Yeah, but I would say this perfume reminds me of like someone outside of high school. So if you're outside of high school and you're feeling like you're tired of all the Ariana Grande perfume smelling like candy, this is a good one. Check it out. Tell them Eric sent you at Ulta. Just kidding, don't say that. But let me see if I'm missing anything else. Yeah, so for the wear time, as I was saying, I could like smell vanilla with me. I would say the wear time is about 4 to 5 hours. And then I haven't put this on like a lot to test the sillage, but I don't think it's that great. Celebrity perfumes don't usually have amazing sillage. And for those of you that do not know, sillage is when you walk and the fragrance is trailing behind you. So if someone walks through it, they can still smell you. Like if you literally were in a room, you left, and someone walked into that room, they would still smell you. That's what sillage is. And then for projection is basically think of like a bubble around you, and it just like gets bigger. I don't think this has massive projection. I think this is more of a skin scent. So people only that like hug you or kiss you or like things like that, kind of like family and friends. So I feel like this is a good sexy time perfume, you know? Like this is definitely a sex perfume actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I wish it was a little more musky, a little less pear, but overall I really like it. I would rate it maybe 7.5 out of 10. Alrighty guys. I hope you guys appreciated this video. I gotta go to work, make some money, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.